What's up? What's up? It's your boy Tay Speaks.
What's poppin'? It's your girl Jay, Money the Soul Pleaser.
And we got a special guest that ain't new to the podcast, but she back to the podcast. Miss India Ebonee, what it do, man? What's up, sis?
Hi, it's the 4'9" goddess.
All the way from LA.
Yeah.
Angeles, man. How everything been going down there?
Well, we're on like this heat wave thing. It's like 102 degrees right now, and it's about to be 5 o'clock. So
it's still hot.
Still hot.
So hot. It doesn't get like cool till like 9 o'clock, like late. So yeah, there's been that, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but there has not been much of a real shutdown here.
Obviously, y'all still at beaches and.
Yeah, no. The thing is, beaches you can do beaches because you naturally socially distance at a beach. Like that's the place you go to socially distance.
It's like plenty people at the beach though. You're not really social distance.
Well, the times that I have gone, it hasn't been like super crowded.
Yeah, but, like some people are probably still thinking the way you think and not going.
Yeah. Now, the only one that I would say like Venice, yeah, because it's always crowded and it's always just a whole bunch just people selling stuff. But like if you go to Santa Monica or Dockweiler, anything but Venice basically is usually like you can barely hear anyone talk at those beaches. Like it's literally like chill. Yeah.
So are you getting used to the Cali driving? I know sometimes it gets busy and I know you have to drive miles just to get to one place. So what's up with that?
Okay, so when I first got here, the traffic was crazy because it was the beginning of summer, the normal summer, by the way. And then it was also like a lot of festivals and events and award shows going on. Like awards season is pretty much from when the BET Awards start, which is like June, until like maybe October, which is like MTV, VMAs. You got basketball games and all of that. So, but
award season.
Yeah, like it's
ain't got nothing down here.
But so yeah, that kind of, and then yeah, so that's a whole different world anyway. But now that like COVID and everything has happened, it's been a lot. The traffic is like smooth sailing, but also I have gotten used to the traffic since like before then. I'm just more used to like 30-minute drive used to be long to me when I lived in like Memphis, but 30-minute drive is just like I put on my playlist. I'm just for the cruise. Like I guess I am used to it, but hopefully the moderate traffic we have now is gonna stay where it is. Like I'm really hoping for that because I'm not ready for when everything is really, 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 really open. Like, because it's gonna be worse than when I first came here. I already know. So yeah.
One more question, and we'll get into the juice. So you have to tell us, what about this food, this change of food that you had to go through going from the M to Cali?
Okay, so it took me. First of all, I've kind of been wanting to eat healthier for a long time, but just like the accessibility and like I guess just where I was in Memphis, I could not be as disciplined as I wanted to be. So, but here, like there's like open markets, there's Mexican markets, Asian markets, there's a lot more Sprouts than there is like Walmarts, and like there's not a lot of Walmarts in the whole state of California. Like there's only 2 Walmarts in LA.
That's a Ralph's.
Oh yeah, Rouse is also known as Kroger. So, but I guess like I'm not sure if it's the weather or whatever, but there's a much larger selection of healthier options, and they're cheaper. From what like kale in Memphis for whatever reason was like $7. Kale here is like $4. So I don't know, but also I really love like Asian cuisine, and that's like there's so many places like that here. So I was really excited. Now, let me tell you about this soul food. It took me a while. I took you to Doolins when you first got here. But it took me a while to find that and to try that. You said what?
You want to take me to Doolins when I was in Cali?
We didn't have time for that, okay? But also, how I found out about Doolins was DC Young Fly. I was watching his girlfriend's vlog, and he said it's the best soul food in LA. So then I looked it up. It's in Inglewood, which is like the hub for Black entrepreneurships. It's like a whole street of just Black beauty supply stores, wig shops, boutiques. Like it's all just Black love over there. So it took me a while, but I'm used to it, and I'm really happy that I have like more access to healthier options if I want to. It's harder to get the bad food actually. So the bad food, but whatever.
So one more question. Now, we're gonna get into the juice. Just one more question. How are you surviving? How are you navigating through this new lifestyle? Now that everybody I know you said California is not really going by the wearing mask policy or whatnot.
No, we're wearing masks. It's just that things are still open. Like you can still go to a rooftop. You can still go to a day party, you know. Yeah. But we're still wearing masks to a certain degree, if that makes sense.
All right.
Well,
juice.
Yep, let's get into it.
Let's get to the real reason why we're here.
As you guys, I don't know if you guys know already or if you don't know.
But you finna find out.
But you about to find out.
Juice 901.
Your favorite 4'9" goddess is an upcoming artist, okay?
Artist.
Artiste.
On the second. No?
Yes, my second.
When you gonna drop the EP? When you gonna drop the EP, man? Are you gonna? What's up? Let us know.
September 18th.
September 18th, Virgo season.
Yeah, still in Virgo season. I really tried to push for my birthday just to make it a whole thing. But as a perfectionist and as a just like a person who like I'm finally in the space of like creativity where like other people are like, it's like a whole bunch of us are just feeding off of each other all the time. Like, yeah, it's amazing, which I'm sure I'll get to that later on as the questions go by. But like, it's hard to just kind of slow down and pick what you want to release and like at what time. And like, you want everything to be cohesive as well, not just sound good, but you know, when you're putting out a body of work, you want it to have, you know, you want to tell different stories, but you still don't want like, you don't want trap and then you don't want R&B at, you know, like you kind of want to just stay in theme as much as possible. So there was that as well. And then I'm also still learning about songwriting, the production, and then just me as an artist, like seeing what I can do by meeting different people. Like, oh, you know, you can do this with your voice, you know, like, you know, anybody can do anything these days. Doesn't mean you should, but you can.
Yeah.
I feel like you go to a school like Victoria's.
Yeah, no, like it's like a mini, like it's not as fancy looking, but it is like Victoria's. There will be like our days in the cafeteria area, like there's a whole stage where you can just hook up your phone, you can hook up actual instruments, and people will just rock out like all day long, even if it's not lunch. Like if they're just not in class and they just want to be at the school and show themselves off, they'll go on Instagram Live and set up on stage. It's first come, first serve. So yeah, but it's like, it's usually most of the time people are good that go up there. So I usually enjoy those times, which I really miss because, yeah, I don't know. Like that was one of the best parts about going to that school. Is like, it was so creative and so free, and people were like really supportive, and they gave like real feedback. It wasn't like you suck. It was like, because once you kind of step into the world of like music, you realize that there is really no such thing as someone sucking or a bad song. It's just the lack of knowledge on how to execute an idea. So.
Okay.
So, yeah. What?
I like that last line.
This man got some. You can tell I definitely see the growth from when you were in Memphis, though. Because in Memphis, I know you used to always talk about getting into music. Mm-hmm. It seemed like when you got to California, you got to people who, like, you surrounded yourself with people who did music, so you really had no choice but to say, "Let me."
Right, and I had no choice but to like not be shy about it.
No excuses, because I don't know. Have you ever talked about? Oh no, you haven't. Why Cali though? Not what made you move, but why California? Big jump.
So I am a military brat technically, and I've traveled a lot of places, but I had never been to Los Angeles. I've been to Sacramento, California, but I just knew, like, I don't know, for before I started doing my research, like something just kept telling me like this is the place that I need to be because I don't know anyone. I don't have any family here. Like, to be uncomfortable for growth, like I just wanted to be alone for a second and I wanted to challenge myself. And LA seemed like the best place because I have family all over the United States. And so like I didn't want anyone to lean on. Like I wanted to not put myself through a struggle necessarily, but I knew like the visions that I had and just what I was trying to manifest for my life, I had to be in a place of like, I had to be uncomfortable. I had to challenge myself. I had to like push myself till like my last limit in every possible area. So I knew that coming somewhere where I didn't know anyone and I was forced to start over was just that place. And it just so happened to be LA. And then me wanting to do music and trying to figure out, am I really trying to be an artist? There's so many other things you can do in music. So I was like, no matter what I want to do, I know that like music is something that has kept me going over like the course of my life. So I want to be involved in it. So I was like, it just all started to make sense. Be here.
So go ahead and jump into this EP. Tell us whatever you feel comfortable. Tell us more about it. Like, tell us what can we expect from the EP, like what's going on, without really just giving too much away. Whatever you want to say, just go ahead.
Okay, so the name of my EP is called Phase 1. And so I had this name before my next project name was going to be this name even before this quarantine thing. And so I have to tell you guys what happened in order for me to tell about the EP. So it was about April or early May where I got a DM from this guy who he's a great producer. I'm gonna just say that. He's a great producer. His work speaks for itself, all that stuff, without giving too much away about him. And he was just like, I really can hear where your voice is trying to go. I really want to develop with you. Like, let's get in the studio. So I was like, sure. Like, where are you? He has his own studio, full of equipment, just from like just crazy, like stuff that's not even sold anymore. Like the first type of machines. Like he's a beast. So first night, we basically just kind of dissected the songs that were released and unreleased, and we just went from there. And then I started to kind of, a lot of times when you're in the studio, sometimes you don't even record. Sometimes you just have therapy sessions. So some nights like that, that's how it kind of went. And I told him what I wanted to name my next project based on what I had told him, and just like, this is my first phase in Cali. Like I hadn't even been in California a year when I met him. I came here about Memorial Day 2019, and I met him at the beginning of May. So it hadn't quite yet been a year, but I had already gone through so much just here, not even in my life, but just in here in this less than a year span. So that's why I'm calling it Phase 1, because I went through so many different phases like already, but I'm only talking about a certain aspect during this this first round of songs. So yeah,
I would say it seems like it's a double entendre on the meaning of the the name Phase 1 of my life, Phase 1 of.
Yeah, and I mean, what's crazy is I pretty much recorded all of these songs during Phase 1 in Corona season. So I just feel like it was complete alignment. And yeah, and I wanted to just have fun. I wanted to tell my story, but I wanted to have fun because, as you guys know, sometimes especially when it comes to like writing and stuff, I can get a little overly deep, overly serious. And music is supposed to be, I mean, it's anything that you want it to be, but it's supposed to be enjoyable for you and your audience. Like, I don't want everything to be a think piece, but I want to be truthful about who I am. So like working with him helped me find that balance, because he was like, okay, you're doing too much right here. Like less words, like why so many words right here? Like that was a part of a lot of my, a lot of the conversations we had. He's like, like it's okay to be who you are, but like where at what point can people digest you, you know, give them, you know, like give them some space to digest. And but yeah, I'm still learning a lot, but yeah. So yeah,
Had someone to guide you to, you knew what to say, you just didn't know how to say it, and you had somebody who
and just about songwriting itself, like, you know, there's like, it's like baking a cake, like this is the first ingredient, this is the first step, like, you know, I was basically doing freestyles before I knew how to actually professionally write a song, like with the chorus, and the chorus should be this long. Like music is all math, basically. You said what?
I got the tapes. We dropping them one day with the
The
glass.
tape.
You and Jay rapping, rapping in the bed.
We not gonna drop that tape.
I got the backstage footage. I'm never deleting it, especially when you blow. I'm definitely dropping it.
No.
Wow.
About that, but I know it was very exciting to actually have somebody reach out to you, and you're in this new place to kind of like, I guess, take with you and just give you constructive criticism of how to go about things. So I know that was quick. Like someone came right away to.
Yeah, it seemed like it, because I mean, like I said, I hadn't been here. That was maybe 11 months at that time. And I mean, I was in an environment, like I said, like we have studios for free at our school. And that's what I was in the studio after my classes pretty much every day. Still didn't know what I was doing, but you know, like we could rent equipment, like the fanciest microphones you could think about, all these different types of pianos and beat machines. Like the tuition is paying for a lot, but but there's nothing like, I mean, he's beyond all of our years. Like he's been doing this for so long, and it was just like, wow, okay, he's my personal like Rodney Jerkins right now. So
bragging about cereal on your Instagram or something like that?
Oh, yeah. So like I said, there's a lot of conversations that just go on while we're mixing or in between takes or whatever. And he provides a lot of snacks for his clients or whatever. And that week he happened to have like a whole bunch of right. Like, no, he's great. Like he provides liquor, snacks, juice, all of that. So this particular week that you were talking about, he had dry cereal, and I was like, can I have some Lucky Charms? And then we were just, you know, it just, yeah, it becomes random. But you said what?
What they're talking about, guys, the why Tay brought that up, India also has her own blog and YouTube channel, so you guys can see her journey through that too. So make sure you guys subscribe on her YouTube as well.
Yes, I will be posting like some parts of my studio sessions, like as starting on my birthday, I will release like short videos of some of the songs that I created, like the actual live sessions, without once again giving too much away, because it is very intimate when I do make music sometimes, but it's also like cool for other people to see, like, oh, this is how this is done. Like it's really not as like cookie cutter and uptight as some people may make it seem on the outside. Like you want to have fun, especially in something as uptight as the music business. Yeah, but when you're in the studio creating and writing, like that's the one time that you want to let loose and you don't want to think about like anything that has to do with responsibility.
Yeah.
Personally, but yeah.
Do you have any female influence? Do you look up to any female rappers? Has any female rappers inspired you when it comes to your music? Artists in general.
Yeah, well, for sure, female, number one being Lauryn Hill, of course. Literally, I've been listening to her since I was born, and she was my first reason. Her and Alicia Keys were like the two people that I listened to as a little girl all the time, and I would rewrite my own stuff to their songs. And I didn't realize what that was, which was like a cover or a remix or whatever, but I was doing that at like 7-8 years old. And like, that was the thing that made me first like realize like, oh, like I really need music. Like no matter what I do, like, like even if I like in class, like when I was in middle school, high school, like I would be thinking about, like, I would be listening to the beat in my head and I'd be writing a poem or a song to it. So And Alicia Keys also made me want to teach myself piano. I asked for a piano in the 7th grade, well, a keyboard. And Jay knows I have that keyboard. I had that forever. And so luckily YouTube was like brewing at that time. So I literally would go on YouTube and I'd watch the handwork, and then I practice and practice and practice till I got it right. So yeah, that was just like my incubation stage. Like that's what really that was my first like, oh yeah, like I love music type of thing. But I mean, I just in general, I can't say who there's so many inspirations. If I like a song or I listen to a song, like I'm like, that just inspires me to just do my own thing at this point. So yeah.
Okay.
So I have to ask, because you were in California when Nipsey passed.
No, I came a month after.
Okay.
But it was still fresh.
Oh. So you say you came a month after?
I came a month after Nipsey passed.
Was the impact still just as hard? Well, like, you know.
It was really, okay, so with the place that I was staying, it was not that far from the scene. And my second day here, I passed it, and like they still had the mural and everything up like in front of the Marathon store. That area in particular like was very eerie at the time, and it kind of still is. Like, and even where I stay now, they've built Kobe/Nipsey murals. Like it's now Kobe. Kobe. The day that Kobe passed, now that was, first of all, it was I gave it like 3 weeks. 3 weeks, it was really heavy. Like people were constantly like, I wish I had some footage of that, but I guess that would be invading privacy. But like I could see people like painting their murals of Kobe. Like I was seeing that when that happened, like the next day, weeks passed, huh?
Because I know like being in that atmosphere probably like gave you chills. And
it was very heavy. And then that was a really bad just day to be out as well, because like people were very emotional just like in the streets. Like they just couldn't, like this is like the home of the Lakers. But even before he passed, like there was billboards of him still up. There was people, he had murals already before he even passed. So like this city like really loved him, and also Nipsey. But yeah, when Nipsey like first passed or whatever, I also attended the BET Awards, and they painted they did the blue carpet instead of the red carpet. And like the pre-show was pretty much like every time there was an intermission, they were playing Nipsey Hussle. There was people, you know, he's a Crip, so you know there was all that type of stuff going on. But you know, it was sad, but it was also like there's so much culture and there's so much like love here.
Over anything.
Yeah. So like people, like they go hard for who they go hard for here. Like the support was real for sure for both of them. So yeah.
You know, we're exclusive, so we know a couple of tracks that India gave us a little sneak peek on.
Yes.
So we just want to ask, one of the tracks is called Not Sorry. What's the background with that? What's it about? What motivated you?
Okay, so the first verse of Sorry, I wrote that that was just more so me trying to like manifest being here, like just trying to be, I was at this point where I had dropped out of University of Memphis, and I was just like, I just want to be in my bag. Like I just want to like execute everything that's going on inside of my head. I have no idea where to start. The first line of my first verse is 7 billion in the world, I'ma be the 1%. And if you guys know, like people always say they want to be a part of the 1%ers, like, which is like some of the richest people in the world or the most, you know, smartest or whatever, like the Bill Gates and things like that. So that was just me motivating myself. But this whole song is me just saying to people who like I once was telling my dreams to, that I knew that they just didn't understand, or they just didn't really care like I thought they cared. So that was more so a letter to to those people who just didn't really like and give me the encouragement that I felt that I was giving them when it came to like anything. And those people are no longer in my life either, but it was more so just partially manifestation, but also like a middle finger to them, like,
and being unapologetic as well. So
yeah. So, and it's just basically saying like, I mean, I can't apologize for me following what's on my heart. So, yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have to apologize for anything that you feel like is going to elevate you. Like even the big moves to California, there's some, like you made that decision at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a big jump. And for you to your reasons for doing it, a lot of people get stuck in the box because they know they need to do it, but it's like, do I have the courage to do it? So the fact that you did it is pretty dope within itself.
Yeah. So, and I drove because I did not have anybody to transport my car. It wasn't even like, I was just like, I'm not making any more excuses. Like, if I gotta drive, I'm gonna drive, and I'm gonna do it with whatever money is in this bank account. And that was just that. So.
The definition of you ain't got no kids, just do it.
Yeah, like for sure. Like I had no bills either. Like, you know. And I'm thankful for like, you know, the support, like the financial support that my dad still chose to like give me with me moving, because I didn't really give him much of a notice because I didn't give myself much of a notice. Like, so.
Change your mind.
Yeah, one day you're just like, I'm just gonna go.
I'm tired. One day you just get tired.
I had been like I said, I had been thinking about it, but like I was just like, as I'm looking up these videos, the cost of living and all of that, like it was just like, you either gonna let all of that continue to stop you and keep you overthinking where you're at, or you can just go and rely on faith and just like use what you got. So yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're proud of you.
Super proud.
You already know. Go ahead and drop your handles where they can catch all the latest news and all that.
Period. So you can follow me on Instagram at India Ebonee, INDIAEBONEE, 2 E's. Also, you can follow me on YouTube or subscribe to me on YouTube, the same handle. Those will mainly be my two, that and those two in Facebook, but you can find me on any social media at India Ebonee. So,
and
thank you guys for having me.
For sure. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes. We miss you over here at the end, but like you said, we're proud of you. Keep working, keep focused, keep chasing that bag.
And we see you at the top.
We'll see you at the top, sis.
Period.
Tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube page. Make sure y'all follow the Instagram page, Juice901, Juice901, Juice901. And make sure y'all follow India. And who got the juice?
We got the juice.
Old time say, India. Who got the juice?
We got the juice.
Juice901. Let's get it.
Keep the peace. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
All that.
Make sure you comment all your opinions down below. We need that. And you know, we're going to be posting everything on IG, so comment on that too.
Comment on that. Before we close out, we definitely want to say RIP to Breonna Taylor, man.
Yes.
The people who killed the police officers who killed her have still not been convicted or anything, but we're going to keep doing what we got to do until that happens. Man, so RIP to Breonna Taylor, man. Blessings to her and her family, for real, though, man.
Yes, the fight continues.
Who got the juice?
We got the juice.
Juice901.
We out.